Impact!
Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Matt here. This video will be covering Day 2 of the Canadian Rimfire Precision Series 2021 Eastern Championships. If you haven't already seen it and want to get caught up, make sure you check out the previous video that covered Day 1 for this match. Day 2 here started off quite chilly, a few degrees below zero, but warmed up nicely to around 5 degrees Celsius during the day. Shooters were instructed to show up a bit earlier to help wrap up the match quicker, as we were in a race with the available sunlight and impending rain forecast in the afternoon. Because of this, shooters did a great job in making sure to run through the stages efficiently and not waste too much time. Wind conditions this day were still fairly strong, but luckily it was a bit less gusty and not a full value, as it was mostly a headwind. Of course, we will be following me and my squad throughout the day, so stay tuned to see how I ended up after shooting a bit uninspiringly the previous day. My goal this second day was to try and redeem some points by focusing on factors I could control, such as eliminating silly mental errors and taking quality shots with proper wind calls. Hope you enjoy the video.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We spoke to the weather gods. No wind, no rain. It's gonna be 20 degrees. Yeah.
For Day 2, my squad started on Stage 13, titled Tired and on the Move. There were 3 targets for this stage: a maple leaf at 155 yards, a beaver silhouette at 180 yards, and a mover at approximately 160 yards. The mover was about a 10 by 10 inch plate. Shooters would engage the 3 targets in various orders, working between the 2 tire stacks.
Impact! 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 Impact!
Nicely done. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Impact! 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 Impact!
1 minute.
Impact!
30.
Impact! Impact!
Nice. Good 8.
Sounds good. Started the day off on the mover stage again, stage 13 here on Day 2. I got 8 of 12. It's kind of nice right now because there's no wind, but it'll definitely pick up later. So the mover, you didn't have to deal with wind either direction. It's brought in to about 160 yards. the mover target, and I think I missed it 3 times of the 10 shots we took at it. So it's not too bad. The tires are a little wobbly, so you got to make sure you take your time. And besides that, the static targets were fairly small, fun shapes, a maple leaf and a beaver. Stage 14 was shooting fish from a barrel. It was quite literally the name of the stage. There were 2 fish silhouette targets at 140 yards and 172 yards. They were placed horizontally, so it was quite generous for your wind, but you had to make sure your elevation was on point. You would shoot at varying orders at these 2 targets from a barrel and a bucket.
Impact! Spotter ready. Shooter ready.
Shooter ready.
Stand by. Engage.
Yeah, it's something.
1 minute left. Impact. Impact. Unload the pair.
Clear.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Damien's up. Chris on deck. Shooter, John, send the first fire.
Stage 15, fire drill. There were 3 targets that were all fire bells, a 6-inch fire bell at 160 yards, a 10-inch fire bell at 172 yards, and another 10-inch fire bell at 203 yards. Shooters would engage the 3 targets in varying sequences, working down a slanted ladder.
Impact. Impact. Impact.
30 seconds.
Oh, come on.
You got a round stuck. Russ, we need your knife.
I was on a... You're on a roll up there.
Yeah. You got 6.
Is it stuck in the chamber?
6 without firing the last 2 rounds.
Stuck in the chamber.
Shooter ready.
Shooter ready.
Stand by. Engage.
I wasn't looking for it. Sorry, Rob.
No, it's okay.
Get back. Get back. Get back.
Impact. Rồi ăn.
Impact. Impact. Impact.
Can I know my time, please?
40 seconds left.
Impact. Impact.
Nice.
I'm looking clear.
A couple of them where he's like hitting dead center and it's like not moving at all.
Yeah, I was hitting that bolt.
Yeah.
I don't know where my chamber flag went.
See it?
Let's do it. I'll get it for you.
Oh, thank you. 10?
10.
Awesome.
Nose of wind or what?
Here on the choppa, and I just shot the fire drill stage, which was actually pretty neat because the targets were like a fire bell, which is pretty fun. I cleaned it, 10 of 10. Walking out 1, 2, 3, change positions 3, 2, 1, and then 2 more positions 1, 1, 3, 3. So pretty fun target acquisition. The targets were more generous than other ones at this match, so cleaning it was a nice little change. I think this is actually the first stage I've cleaned this match, which is a bit embarrassing, but it is the way it is. And still not much wind at the moment, which helped a lot. And I was trying to take my time to really get steady, because for these smaller targets it's important, and I tend to rush my shots. So I'm gonna try and continue shooting better and not sucking. And I also dialed because I was using my little stopwatch here to keep track of time, and I just decided to dial everything because I wasn't stressed for time.
It's T1, T2, and T3 with 1 round each.
Stage 16 was titled Oh Rats. The prop you were shooting from was a tree stand that was just about a foot off the ground, and this stage had 5 rat targets. The targets were in the shape and size of a rat. 2 of them were at 62 yards, another pair was at 97 yards, and the 5th rat was at 120 yards. The shooter would build a shooting position entirely supported by the tree stand and engage the targets near to far with 1 shot each, and then far to near with 1 shot each. Shooting from a tree stand high in the tree is a little bit more natural because you are pointing your rifle downwards so you can use your knees as support and such. However, since our tree stand was so near the ground, we had to shoot with our rifles propped upwards, basically horizontally, which meant getting into position and making your rifle steady was quite a challenge. Watching various shooters build a position on the tree stand was very interesting, as many of them tried to use different methods. In the end, it looked like most shooters would bring a pack with them in order to fill the void and help create some support for your rifle. Some packs were more effective than others. If it was too floppy and not rigid enough, shooters tended to struggle quite a bit. However, I was quite lucky because my wife and I had brought our camera backpack along, which is quite padded and rigid, and this worked quite well in terms of providing me additional support at the front.
Impact. Impact.
What's that?
How's the bag?
Not high enough.
Not high enough?
And the problem was, because I had to put my arm, I was hitting the mag, so I couldn't cycle the bolt properly.
Ready?
Ready.
Oh, sorry. Let me just take this stupid thing off before it tangles up and... Okay.
I get the bat belt cleared up. I'm ready. Okay. Shooter ready?
Shooter ready.
Engage.
Impact. 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 Impact.
Can I know my time, please?
30. Impact. Impact. 7.
That was super awkward. My back hurts. Can someone take this? Let's put it there. I would throw this bag, but it's all there.
Damien, Chris.
All right, there we go. Okay, that was the most uncomfortable stage in the world, but thank you. No problem. Just shot the O-Rats stage, which are shooting at 5 rats, basically, like rat-sized rat targets. Just walking out and then walking back in, but from the tree stand, which is very interesting. Really awkward to get into position, kind of all over the place. My position was really uncomfortable, but a little bit more stable than what some other shooters were doing. So I managed to get 7 of 10. Russ cleaned it with a semi, which is pretty cool, but definitely a bit awkward to shoot from that tree stand trying to hit those small targets. Yeah, my Voodoo is running great. Like in terms of reliability, I can put pressure on the mag, frontwards, upwards, doesn't matter, it'll feed and eject fine now, which is awesome. I've had 0 issues the entire match so far, knock on wood.
Stage 17 was a prone double KYL. For those of you who don't know, KYL stands for Know Your Limits. There were 2 KYL racks. These racks are a target set that have targets going from large to small. Each KYL rack on the stage had 5 progressively smaller targets placed at 100 and 200 yards. On the engage command, the shooter would first shoot the large target at 100 yards and then shoot the large target at 200 yards. They would then alternate 100 and 200 yards, shooting the next smaller target. If at any point the shooter missed a target, all accumulated points in the stage would be lost. They could, however, restart if they had rounds and time remaining. You can probably guess a stage like this definitely plays a lot of mind games. Some of the top shooters scored 0 on the stage, taking some big risks, and other people walked away happy with 3 or 4 points. Because of the wind conditions and target sizes, I already had a plan that I was not going to engage the smallest targets, but I'll let you see what happens to me in the footage itself.
Impact. Great.
Impact! I'm done.
Okay, done.
But I'm gonna keep going at it.
All right, keep going.
So I'm 5.
Okay, we're stopping you at 5.
Man! To the right half.
You missed it?
Yep.
So 0.
Good call. Well done.
Is that 5 after I missed? There's no way I can come back to that score.
Yeah, spotter ready. Shooter ready.
Shooter ready.
Stand by. Engage.
Impact. 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 Miss. Impact. Impact. Impact.
10 seconds left.
Impact. More.
All right.
All your shots are low. They hit the bottom of the circle
Oh yeah?
every time.
All right, good to know. I was trying to spot but when it swings, it's hard to see. And I couldn't see my trace into it.
See you smash the paint off.
Yeah, nice.
Your miss on number 6 was low. That's why.
Ah, okay, because I thought my windows was perfect, right?
Fine.
Yeah, yeah. All right, I just shot the double KYL. I was talking to Dory behind the camera last night about my plan for this stage. And given the size of the targets and the wind conditions, I said I would go for 6 and stop if I got 6. Because that way, if I miss my 6, I still have 4 shots to make up, 4 points. So I missed my 6 and got 4. So at least I stuck to the plan. Apparently my shots were low, so I guess I have to check my dope later. But it couldn't have been low by much. So interesting, very interesting. But fun stage. I decided not to dial my parallax in for the 200 because we were crunched on time. And I didn't want to hold over. So I don't think there's much parallax error though, just knowing the scope. I just wish I had hit that 6 one because then I would have stopped. Oh well. All good, all good.
Stage 18 was Sketchy Scaffold. There were 5 positions working from top to bottom on the piece of scaffolding. In each position, you would engage the targets near to far. The targets were a 2/3 IPSC at 260 yards and a full-size IPSC at 360 yards.
Impact. 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 The blocker did not go off on that one.
Yeah.
You gotta pay attention to that far one. Impact. Impact. Drop 4.
So I just shot a long distance stage. 5 positions working down. Targets were at 260 and 360 about. So that far one was a good distance away. It was just near to far each position. And one of my misses on the far one, or sorry, on the close one was because I was aiming at the far target, like a doofus. Get your targets straight in your head. And then I managed to correct my wind call and hit the far one twice in a row for my last 2 shots at it, which was kind of nice.
Stage 19. Ever heard of Mapleseed? Mapleseed is the Appleseed Rifleman course equivalent here in Canada, and it's essentially a full-day course that teaches you the basic fundamentals and proper shooting technique for offhand unsupported shooting using a sling. So stage 19 here was completely unsupported. There were 3 targets, all at 150 yards, a 12-inch diamond, an 8-inch diamond, and a 4-inch diamond. The 12-inch diamond was shot from standing, the 8-inch diamond was shot from kneeling or sitting, and the 4-inch diamond was shot from prone. All of the positions were unsupported and slings were allowed.
Impact.
Impact!
Yeah, shoot already.
3, 2, 1, engage. Let's get. Donut. Muffin. Cookie. Nanaimo.
Can I know the time, please?
1 minute.
Dang it. Sinbad. Boston Cream.
Little Debbie snack.
You should call them donut holes.
No, illegal. So
an
can I
8.
pass me my chamber flag? Yeah, 8 and 10, that's not bad.
You getting bothered with the sling?
No. 8.
Damien, Chris, myself,
I'm happy with that.
Adam, Ross, Pascal, and Robert.
All right, I'm clear. Just shot this offhand stage, 3 standing, 3 sitting, 4 prone, at 150 yards at 3 diamond targets. I think I got 8 of 10. I missed 1 standing and 1 prone. Offhand with the Voodoo is a little bit more tricky than what I'm used to because it's quite heavy and the chassis is really not great for offhand, but I'm happy with the score. I started doing offhand with the Voodoo with the mag resting on my hand instead, which it still feeds well, and it's a lot easier than trying to use the forehand. I weighed the Voodoo a couple days ago with a fish scale, so it's not the most accurate, but it's around 17 pounds. And most of the weight's up front, so it's definitely not the best for offhand, but it worked out, and I got 8 of 10.
Impact!
I showed him our little sitting technique here. The one that comes up?
Oh, they know what that is?
Yeah.
Impact. Impact.
Stage 20 was shocking engagement. We were using the same lightning bolt target as day 1 at 192 yards. Now, this target was shot up a lot and very difficult to see. Almost all the yellow paint on it was completely gone, and it was in a brown field, so it was quite difficult to make out through the scope. We were engaging this target off a spool in various ways for a total of 10 rounds. We did have to manipulate the spool on the clock, which did make the stage a bit more dynamic.
Impact.
Yeah, three from the right. Three from the right. Three from the right. Still 35 seconds.
Impact. Hey! He cleaned it. Adam.
Hey!
Wow.
All right, shooter ready.
3, 2, 1, engage. That'll help. Impact! Impact!
Here we go.
Very quick. Impact! Impact! Impact!
Right side.
Impact!
1 minute.
Oh, no, that was you did it on purpose to throw you off.
One more.
It's 3 off the side.
I did what Andre did.
I just said to myself, wait a minute. You got 40 seconds.
If I missed that one, that would be so sad, huh? Time?
30, 25. Impact! Impact! Nice, dude.
Those bottom ones look like they were low.
That's your 9.
Were they low?
Those last 2 shots look like they're hitting low.
Oh, okay. 9?
9.
All right, hey. All right, it's, lightning bolt stage, flipping the spool and stuff. You saw that I screwed up one position. The spotters were nice enough to tell me before I screwed it even harder. So I ended with 9 of 10. I actually don't know why I missed that one shot. So it's interesting because I have this thing on here now, so I can review the footage later and see what happened. You know, because generally you can't do that, but I want to see, because I felt like I was stable. I felt like my reticle was on it, so we will.
You've been shooting low all day.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe, but like it's been warming up too.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's temperature. Very strange, very strange. But still, 9 out of 10, I'm happy with that. That target is a decent size. And it is starting to rain. So hopefully it holds out and we have 2 more stages left.
Stage 11 was Rock the Boat. There was a boat suspended on a trailer using straps, so it was elevated and totally suspended, so if you moved left and right, the boat would move a lot, even more so than the suspended helicopter that we shot from on day 1. There were 3 targets for this stage: a Sasquatch silhouette at 90 yards, a coyote at 238 yards, and a droid target at 255 yards. Shooters would shoot the targets near to far from the right side of the boat, and then the left side of the boat, and then finally from the right side of the boat again.
Three, 2, 1, engage.
Impact! Impact! That's all it was. This is a nice car. Impact!
1 minute.
Impact! Impact!
Oh my gun. 30 seconds.
Impact! Impact!
10.
Impact!
Nice. That's great.
Yeah. The boat is a lot of fun to shoot out of. And I dialed for everything. I was running a little bit tight on time because you have to wait for the boat to settle down before you take your shot. You'll see that in the camera footage, hopefully. But if you're patient and you don't panic and you don't make the boat move unnecessarily, you can get all your shots off.
The last stage of the day for my squad was stage 12, construction work. This was shot from a sawhorse as well as a shovel that was planted into the ground. There were 3 targets for this stage, a small X, a large X, and a triangle. The distances were 200 yards, 240 yards, and 160 yards respectively.
Impact.
Small, big, big, small, triangle. All right, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Impact. 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 Impact.
30.
Impact.
Nice. Watch you for 9.
All right, last stage of the day was off the sawhorse and the shovel. I got 9 of 10. The shovel was an interesting barricade to shoot off of because it's just planted into the ground, so it's quite wobbly. I was trying to press forward into it, but there was too much wobble, so I had to take some shoulder pressure off it, and I managed to get both shots, or both impacts, off the shovel. So pretty good to end the day. on a 9 out of 10. Generally, this match was pretty tough. It was tough, and I didn't shoot my best, unfortunately. I think I only cleaned one stage the entire match, which is pretty bad. So unfortunately, I don't think I did great, although I did shoot better today than yesterday, although still not as good as I had hoped. But I still had a great time. I mean, Chris Tischler put on a great match, and this is my first time shooting at his venue here, which is a lot of fun. Like, this big, wide open field is really tricky for wind, especially when it's like a headwind. It's hard to read. There's not much foliage out there, and you can't see much splash at the moment. So it was a really good challenge. I had a lot of fun this weekend. We are experiencing a little bit of rain, so I put on my rain hat, which is mostly to just keep it off my glasses. And I think that's it. It's really nice.
Impact! 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 Closer.
And like that, we ended the 2021 CRPS season on a great note. This match was a lot of fun, and I had a great time shooting with all the fantastic people in Squad 2. I ended up shooting much better the second day and finished the match in 8th overall. Considering my day 1 performance, I was very happy with this result, and I felt like I redeemed some good spots in the last half of this match. A huge congratulations to the top shooters from the weekend. This was a tough match, and your success is well deserved. I hope you guys enjoyed my recap of this match, both day 1 and day 2. As per usual, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll do my best to answer. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great off season. Take care. Cheers.
So first place youth is Jessica Tischler. Production. Third place production, Brandon Watkins. Brandon.
Second place is Russ Rodriguez.
Yeah, right.
First place production is Pascal.
Pascal's moving to Open next year, so this is his last medal.
Okay, in third place of Open is Adam Galt.
Adam Glad, third place.
All the way from Saskatoon.
So this was a tie, and tiebreaker was on the lightning round, so it was close. Tony was tied for third there.
Second place is John Gingrich. First place is Brett by a lot of points.
I'd like to thank my sponsor, LaPool. That's
All right, some post-match shenanigans. What are you gonna shoot, Dory?
Mover.
Mover. Mover at 155 yards. Okay, you're gonna dial 4.6.
Yeah.
Oh, you already dialed?
Yeah.
Okay, insert the mag. Do you know what the lead is? It's about 6/10, 3/4 of a mil. So hold in front of it. Do you know what I mean? So the middle of the reticle will be in front of the leading edge by about half a mil. Okay.
I'm so bulky.
Impact. You hit it right.
I heard it, but I'm not sure.
Okay, do it again. I'm pretty sure you hit it.
You can also, like, if you're like, literally on the road, look into the chimney triggers. Exactly. These are all just ideas you can
Impact.
do, right? Compare,
Another hit.
the athletic stability. So I'll probably
Impact.
do a couple of this for this season. Yeah, get used to it too, right? Because like when I got mine, the first match I shot was in.
Oh, miss. Do you have any left? You're out. You hit it a few times.